Etale Odinala Bishop Ojem Otigba 1 na ndị egwu abịa anyị kelele ndị de Yesu kwuta
If we go on the beat.
Etale ọ bụ Odinala Bishop nwe Enugu ezikọba Ijele na mmọnwụ ọzọ dị agba ọ bụ eziokwu na onye nwụrụ anwụ na ọ na-abịa ụwa ọzọ abịa m ọba Odinala Bishop nwe ezikọba ọba nwayọọ nwayọọ otu Igba anyị bụrụ egwu wee lawa ala ezikọba n'obodo eze ode Igba n'ala Ụdanọkwọ ka anyị kelee mmụọ na-emere Ụdanọkwọ ife ọgịnị na ọfịọ Odinala Bishop nwe ezikọba etigo m egwu wee kelee mmadụ wee kelee nnụ mmụọ wee sị ka m bụrụ ekene ka nlaba obodo nna m ka nkele mmụọ na-emelu Ụdanọkwọ ife ọba naanị ndị onye zukwu ụda nne m mma agabi igala ịga mmọnwụ ife melu ji adịbe ebube mmọnwụ otu Igba akụkọ ndị de ezupụta ka anyị na-akọ mgbe mụ na-eto na nwata o nwere ife nna na m gwara m Ikechukwu nwa m mara na onye nwụrụ anwụ na-abịa ụwa ọzọ na ome mmadụ ebele ụgwọ ya agaba na-enwe ndidi ma ọlụ ya nne mala aka asa amụ nwa na mgbe gboo na nwunye Ezugbo dadị achọ nwa ụya adịghị na be anyị ihe niile na-ezuru anyị oke maka na o nwere ife Ụdanọkwọ jide ebube asịsị ekwuna na nwa dọrọ ụwa ga-aka akụkọ ya n'enye ndị onye Ezugbo ụda nne m mma agaba emela Ụdanọkwọ jide ebube na gboo nwa obodo ji biele ị na-akpọ faya o nwere ihe idenye Ezugbo meleyi ndị suru idenye Ezugbo ọkụ kedu ka arụ dị gị taa idenye ogboro nwa gị idenye ọ nara agala gị gwa m ife idenye meleyi n'enye idenye Ezugbo dị oke mmọnwụ Odinala Bishop awuche n'odi asịsị ekwu na onye ṅụrụ mmanya ga-ekwu Odinala Bishop nwe ezikọba mmọnwụ na aṅụrụ m mmanya nke mmụọ na-enye idenye Ezugbo ụda na-enye nwa ya chọọchị bịara n'obodo anyị wee jide agaba na-enye nwa jide agaba na-eme obodo wee dị n'udo wee gbaa ya ọkụ ọnwụ ike batara n'obodo nna m ụmụaka na-anwụ ma ndị okenye na nwa ọnwụ ịbata n'ugwu Ezugbo azidenti na-egbu mmadụ oge niile maka ndị nidenye na-ewe iwe agaba obodo ji bele otu Igba anyị oke n'obodo Asaba mmọnwụ na lọrọ eriko si wee bịa n'obodo Ọmọmbala.
Welcome.
Ajụrụ m na ndị onye nsogbu ụda mmọnwụ gịnị ka anyị ga-emele yi ekwentị nwayọọ nwayọọ n'ọdị galagala bụ mmọnwụ n'elezara ịgbara ọsọ laba ụlọ jee rụọrọ ya ụlọ na mmiri na mmanya wee sị ya bụ na ọ bụrụ na arụ ọrụ gị ụlọ na ọnwa ike na-egbu na ugwu ide ezigbo ụda na ọ ya akwụsị ọsụm yes naanị ndị a na-ezugbo ụda mmọnwụ nne bụ okenye ya bụ nne m ala ka asa m nwa nne na-enwe ndidi ma ọ lụọ Koi! Ogene na fio. Mayo mayo. Nori gala gala bumo. Ice. Anyị gbara ọsọ lawa n'obodo ụda n'ọkwọ. Wee chọwa ego wee rụwa ndị niile ya ezigbo ụlọ. Wee jaa ya mma ije n'obodo ụda n'ọgwụ ọnwụ ike na-akwụsị nwanne na-ajụzi ese nwanne ya ịfụnanya bataga n'obodo anyị nwa ogbenye na-abụzi ọgaranya ifeọma na-abatazi n'obodo anyị ndị ọchịchị na-echizi n'obodo anyị na-apụta anyị na-akọzi dịka nwanne maka na ndị kewa alaba ha under fire devil Odinala bishop nwe ezika ọba mmanwụ n'ọbụ m na-ekwu ofu nwanne m laba obodo mmụọ aka ji ọfọ n'obodo ezika ọba Odinala bishọp nwe ezika ọba mmọnwụ machi ya na-amala oji odogwu ọ bụ ije m na mmụọ aga m ekwu ole wee yara ole na-ekweghị izu na-ekweghị ọnwa ka anyị rụzara ụlọ mama
Ụtụtụ ọma nụ.
ọdụrụbe nwa na-agbala ọsọ ọdụrụbe nwa na-agbala ọsọ
Ụtụtụ ọma nụ. Welcome, welcome.
If we go on the beat.
Mifa.
Mana one day you call Lamano. And you just get it, Bossy. Oh, I'm more than a bishop. Odinala bishop mwezi koba mong. Onye amụma na-eti n'ọza loke mong. N'obi Igbo ka mụ na-achọ. Ị ma na ndị Asaba bụ nwanne yi. Igbo bụ gịnị na-emezi? Kedu ife mele na ya jizi ga-eme nwanne ka anyị si eme na mbụ? Isi n'Igbo onye Igbo mega malụ nwanne ya.
Welcome. Odinala bishop mwezi koba mong. Ayo mama, ayo mama. Gini kari na chona macho mwana. Igbo fulo mwafananya, Igbo nebe mwane. Nobi fechi malagyo. Onye na-enwele nwanọ na-ebe. Adịlofu nwa na-ebe. Mana ndị nwere nwanne na-egbu nwanne ha. Ịma na nwanne dị ụtọ. Odinala bishop na-eme nwanne. Igbo chọba nwanne.
Nde ko unu me. Una degbukwa yi. Una emegburu aga nta. Una bodogburu. I'm sorry na asụsụ Enugu is goodbye. You know, our dialect is the one of the best. Baya magburu onwe. Asụsụ anyị asọgbu onwe. I will when nwere nwanne m chibiagide n'ebe m. Nwanne chibiagide n'ebe m. Mụ na ya anyị na-akpagide nkaza nke onye a. Anyị tetere late. Anyị tetere gị n'oge. So now God, first of all, before we start, I want to appreciate the massive love that I am receiving recently. I noticed that since this year, you know, from 2018 down to 2022, I used to come online. If you are my old follower, but you know, mbu for na what na Jesus be scam. Mbu na what na religion be scam. So from 2018, if not 2017, from 2018, yes, let's say from 2018 when I started broadcasting online, from 2018 to 2022, November 2022, I used to come online and broadcast without showing my face. You know, why? Reason being that I didn't want anybody to discourage me, because I traveled out and I came back because of calling. Now, and during this time, nobody, when you drum some, this is your problem. I know my problem. Nobody believed in us. I signed a contract with one Canadian company, Olo. No way. I had opportunity to travel to Canada then. No way. Don't worry. One day, I will be telling you, there's a project we are doing at home. When we finally finish that project, you know, Abraham broadcast 1 or 2 online. When we are done, when we are done with what we are doing, when the ministry is now moved to permanent site, I will be, and then I will be showing evidence. So that there are people that are laughing at you, people that don't believe in you, people that are discouraging you, are playing two double role in your life. One, these are the people that the spirit, both the positive and negative, are using to see if you are ready for this. They want to discourage you. They want to know if you are in charge. If you can be trusted. The spirit I actually use, they are agents, positive and negative. It depends on how you convert them. In whatever you are going to do in life, when it has to do with you becoming somebody, those agents, they can be your parents. Those agents, they can be your best friends. We will do topic I treated today. Because so many of us that are actually returning back to our root don't actually understand what we mean by let's go back to our root. Going back to our root, devoid anything criminality. Going back to our root, abroad just for us to slaughter animal, eat meat, eat yam, drink. No, it's bigger than that. And today's program, I am going to take you on a journey. If you have been listening to some of my music, some of the things that we are trying to pursue, I have already said it in some of my music. The journey we started is a lifetime something that so many of us may not be alive to see it manifest. But the joy of it is that we are going to lay a foundation that the next generation are going to challenge some things and ask questions. Why is this thing like this? Why not like this? And you better be in position to give them the answer. Going back to our root that we champion is actually for us. It's just for us to, did we just come here to live and die? Or did we just come? Did we actually come here to make an impact? Maka enwere ndị bịara ụwa. Enwere ndị na-ebe a na-amarọ dị ha ji wee bịa ụwa. But on today's program, I am going to take you on a journey that will make you that will help you to discover yourself. Now, when you are about to discover yourself or to follow your destiny, there are two sets of people that you must be very careful. They can be your parents. It could be your wife. It could be your husband. It could be a business partner, your umunna, your villagers, your friends, your enemies. These are the people that ha saying, "Bah, yeah, ka ị chọrọ ime. Ihe okeke mego and o metụrụ ya ka ị chọrọ ime. What is wrong with you, self? Onye ike gwụrụ, ọ gbachaga akwụna, lata ka ọ bịa mewe ihe a." Yes, you are going to be hearing all these things. Anụ m na ndị na-eme ihe abụ ndị iberibe na asị na ha ncha na-ebe evil people. These are the voices that you are going to be hearing. And these voices are not going to come from far. It's going to come from within. So, now, they are going to tell you, onye ike gwụrụ ọsị na ya bụ dibịa, onye ike gwụrụ ọsị ka ya yarụwa mekanik, onye ike gwụrụ ọsị ka ya mewe fama, ishi n'obodo oyibo lata, kpacha mbọ niile gbaa n'obodo oyibo. O mechie politics niile ime na Nigeria, he did not favor you. Ọ bụrụ famine ga-efavor gị. You know, you are going to hear these voices. Discovering yourself, going back to your roots to discover who you are is actually the most difficult thing. Your mate went to Ghana and succeed. He thinks it's only when you return back to village or you return back to Enugu or your own state that you will make it. These are the voices that you are going to hear. These voices are going to play two major roles in your life. One, the negative forces want to discourage you. Two, the positive forces that are sending you on a mission wants to know whether you are capable. So any which way, this agent, this thing must play out in your life. Whether you like it or not, the negative forces are going to use it, and the positive forces are going to use it. The same method, it happens to everybody. For you, this is the voices you are going to be hearing. So when I came back 2016 November, December to start Dibia, abroad Dibia. And even if I thought there's any other thing I will do, I must answer the calling first. I was so careful about the voice. Because being an only child, coming from a poor background, I understand I know what I went through in the hands of stepmother and all the rest. So I understand. Because my parents divorced when I was very small. So I said one day I am going to tell you my story, but we are waiting for a day. Don't worry. I am not going to say it to laugh or to mock anybody. I am going to say it to the youth or the people that are still passing that stage, to be strong, to be focused, to be determined. Now, I was single then, although I had ladies, beautiful ladies, including I had lady because I had a contract with one South African base then, So I had a woman that I intend marrying in South Africa. But I was so careful. This is something that nobody wants to be proud of you that you are doing this. That is one thing you must register in your mind after this program. That at the point of discovering your destiny, nobody will believe in you. So I was so careful. I will come online to teach about culture. Other people were actually preaching. Not only them know what's up. But me, I was actually coming to preach. Not for you to come to my house, but for you to see that this is my story. This is actually what is happening to me. And nobody can give me the answer. I am the only one. I'm on me not go now. People will isolate you. I love it. People, the world, not just people. Everything will isolate. This world will isolate you. Have you ever been? You will be living. You will be living a life. You will be hearing a voice. You will be instructed, something invisible beings will be instructing you on what to do. Just like in the Bible, when Samuel will hear, Samuel, 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 he will run to Eli and say, Father, did you call me? At some point, the Eli will not tell him, when that voice call you, respond and said, Seer, speak, your servant is listening. Now, it is only Samuel that are hearing this voice. So how do you expect the world to believe you? When you see some Christians laughing at people, it's one of the things to even tell you that what they preach in church is garbage, it is nonsense, because they don't actually understand what they read. Because you become a Christian till you die without experiencing this. Because religion will take you away from reality, from nature. But tradition will embed you together with nature. You begin to understand life. From the angle, nobody around you. Oh, somebody somebody. So you begin to see life from the angle that you cannot even prove it. So this is not a science, rocket science that you tell them that you do. No, this is something beyond human imagination. For example, my name is Ikechukwu. You will hear Ikechukwu Nwam. Go to your father's grave, je wara ya oji. Nobody watching your oji, no worry. How do you explain this thing to Mpagi? No worry, he na anu na sigi je na grave Mpagi je wara ya oji. No worry, ya agwagi. And in reality, he went to the grave. And after the grave, you hear the voice of the dead saying, Allah neba, je meye dotwa. Ni mechere onwe onye ga-abịa, ni mechere ihe dotwa. Anakwala ego, or don't overcharge the person. Imeri ihe dotwa. Na ọ ga-abịa nye ekene. And onye ekene, eye ọbụna o nyere gị, were ego ahụ wee gote ala. I don't know whether you are getting this. A life without a spiritual direction is a messed life. So that's 2017 to 2018. Around 2018, I started broadcasting online. So I understand these voices. And being that there's this vacuum in me, being an only child, my mom other my child, my mom not because na ha but my church lied to my mom. My mom refused to answer her calling. Are you with me? So many of us, you know, as they be. Nobody to believe you. I know so many years ago, I don't know any woman or guy. Your husband, because or marry him, they are strange, nanti. So finally, I will come online to broadcast, but I will not show my face. Let me tell you what I do there. Where do I want to show you how I used to do my thing that time. How do I switch camera on TikTok? At least on Facebook, I can see how I do it then. I will just turn camera. I go to talk. Do you understand? I go to talk. They show you one or two, but you no go see who they talk. So many people were like, show your face. I was like, what in the world are you? Now me and you they call. Now, see what I used to do that time. I'm trying to switch camera to TikTok. I don't know how they do on TikTok. I'm a local man. Right ago. So, I don't know how to do them on TikTok. But in reality, do you understand? This is what we do. We just turn the camera. For example, now, I go just turn the camera. You go to see compound, but you no go see who they talk. From 2008 to 2022. By then, I go my first house na Suka. Raw house na Obukwa. Sorry, na Asabeba. But ask anybody Bonye Suka that time. If he mistakenly call me Nibonye Suka or Nibonye Nugwezike Bani, I will tell you Bishop is not around. See, even if surrounding were calling, or Drigis, maybe your parents supported you. You marry a Chineke Meregi. You marry a Chigumeregi. Now, but it's Bishop that gave me this number, and I will tell you, but Bishop is not around. Don't call this number again. For complete 4 years. Every day I will go to Imo State, Abia State, Port Harcourt, some part of Enugu, Ebonyi, Obago, that is their side, is Zambo, or doing family work, restoring altars, because that is one of my calling. Abarani never abandoned. You see me go. People were actually coming to give testimony. Bishop, no weekend ebuna baya akwose. Na ihe ojo na eme na baya stop go. Na nwunye mu doziku ime. Na nwa m na ya na Wazuko Foundation. I was so happy. One of my house bụ mmadụ be ebe arorom the house. Jina nwunye. I don't joke with that family. So they hammer the road that they play in my life. But it was my grandfather actually that came and told me what to do more than I had. When the guardian abem. To answer this calling, because my grandfather was keep on disturbing, answer this calling, if you're in a messy family. Because the church people came and told us that the reason why almost 17 men child, they are all dying and they are all useless is because of the ancestral curse. And we all believe them. I went to that. I see all of you. Yeah, Chibike, Clinton. Thank you for mother too. Now, I think this is my brother Clinton. I don't know. If you are from here, indicate. Ndị Enugu Ezike. Onye ọbụla mara na agara m charism gashie ike. Oh, I everybody need on Saturday to close Pentecost. At some point, I wanted to become a monk. So I would ask my dad, he's still alive, I'm very young. So I will go to a home monastery, gather the reverend fathers in a home monastery, bring them in our house to come and celebrate Mass in order to heal the family curse. On one occasion, after that prayer in the night, we couldn't sleep. Onye ọbụna ijenugo ebe ọnwụ gburu ma na ịdị spiritual or not, ịma na onye nwụrụ anwụ gafee ma ọ bụ onye na-achị ịnwụ anwụ gafee ma nwere ishish ọdọ ha na-enwe n'arụ. You don't need that far. Once I cross you, or you live with an elderly people, once onye nwụrụ anwụ ma ọ bụ ịnọ somewhere ishish onye nwụrụ anwụ gafee, you go know. Do you understand? So ishish onye nwụrụ anwụ gafee, you're supposed to know. So after that prayer that day, in the middle of night, everybody in the room now vomited. I came out. Reba sere koshirama setere boko shimama. In the name of Jesus, I bound, I cast, I ne. And in the night, as I slept in that middle of night, I saw my grandfather beside my bed. They shake his ear. And I woke up, I ran to my grandmother. My grandmother basically why. I ran to my grandmother and said, Mama, look at what is happening. And he said, Ike chukumwam. So if you are from Muda, there are some. I had a news that one of our charismatic leader, Violet Togwai, died about 6 days ago. See, this has become the hope, the faith of all the people in Americanism. Because of Ayara, because of the Amonwa, because of Mola, because of, you know why? So many of us went burning down shrines. I'm a nifera mankwe habiasum yerehaka. Mana oka mana onye na who die lose. Onye dundu nwega again. Biakwa ka enyere ga aka ka edundu wee zo ụmụ gị. Because we can actually assess the energy that we offended and we apologized. And then you now came out to be sure, because when you discover, you rediscover yourself. So during that time, my grandmother, you know, that is why it's good in whatever you do, make sure you relate with your parents, especially and the parents should be able to know, to pay attention to their children. My father don't listen to me then. My mother too don't listen. My church, bro, my mom. Then I will go to my grandmother and say, I don't know wherever I get a quiz to Nike the Narosh. I used to my grandmother tear early in the morning some ebe dị ya nkwụ owere ọkụkọ na ọjị na mmanya gbajewe ebe a jesi ndị agha ndị obodo wee sị dị mmụọ biko no the first grandchild ya kpọrọ iru dị ya na ọ mara ihe ọ na-eme. That is why I am still here kicking and talking to you. The intercession of that my grandmother is what saved me from all this misfortune that are falling other people. There are some group of people that went and burned, set fire na alusindu kunem nena alumuru shebia. Today, umu nwoke niile so wee je nwaanyị bido for a period ha nchani na nyụwa blood na amụ ha. Is it because we don't want to come out and talk? There are some community na Benham today. So na DJ na drag land whatever. If you go to that umunna, and when I say man make sense, issue as okay na the family today. We are coming. There are some people that went and shot Nenelala match or Kunu match. One of them that died in a room. Oduka balloon. Odika balloon. Ariani na pupuchana door. And she died like that. Is it because we don't want to come out? See, the problem we have is that anyị na-afụ ndị church dịka ụmụnne anyị. We show them love dịka ụmụnne anyị. Mana ha na-afụ ya as ndị ọgọ mmụọ. Umekwensu. The day, man, we don't pray for such a thing to happen. The day we start seeing all of you as an enemy, man, aja alama nkwe. Maka na onye buru nwanne ya anaghị abụ odogwu. We will continue to intercede. Maka anyị mara na eri. Let's proceed. During that time, man, esugbo shabara ni n'ọkụ. Ọ bụ na ịbụ onye ụda ma ọ bụ onye ụmụachị. You notice that sometimes we wake up and we notice that a particular palm tree eje oshisha aziza niile dị n'elu ya wee kodo n'elu. You notice na palm tree all the broom niile nọ na akụshisha ya fepụcha ha ncha niile. Ị na-ajụ what happened, and before you know it, okunuka from nowhere, boom, obodo chise. Poverty was ravaging everywhere. But since we came back and begin to ask questions, go back to this village, including my own village, and see how youth that understand what tradition is all about, youth that have decided to accept the truth, go back to our village today and see how youth are mounting, how youth are doing well today. Because the hope of every community is the youth. When your youth become useless, obodoni na lani. And that is my fear for Nigeria, especially Aligbo. Ibatan Aligbo today, almost all our youth bundum mmiri. 40% of our youth bundum mmiri. Don't forget that these people will grow up and become elders tomorrow. That means we are going to have 14% mmiri elders. But these are something that will be disturbing the elders of today. What is going to be the hope of our children tomorrow? But let's proceed. So the topic today is let's go back to our root. But you need to understand which root are you going back to. Share this video. Which youth are you actually going back to? Is it just the answer is no. That is not the root we are talking about. Agana achwaja. Yes. Makana obarano man behind the name. Blood is like a buffer in the realm of the spirit. Open email physics, you know about buffer solution. But let's proceed. Now, when we say let's go back to our root, people misunderstand us. I overhear one bishop from Enugu saying going back to our root. That is to say returning back to Ihajuraj. In reality, we never said no to our culture. The problem in the father, the grace in the father and bishops somewhere is that they don't allow us to have a matured, constructive, how do I say it, positive argument with them. One-on-one talk. I believe they will not last 1 hour. Are you with me? But let's proceed. We did not say no to our culture. It is the way. I was listening to a Russian journalist. The video was trending online as of last week. So many of us watched it. A Russian journalist was actually telling an European journalist that Russia is not like Europe. The people call themselves NATO. That Britain, France, Roman Empire, America, whatever, come to Africa. destroy people's system of life, destroy their culture. Osia, tell me one country that Russia has gone to destroy their culture. Osia, none. But you went, should we talk about Iremadu slavery? It was the British that brought it in our land. You force your culture, your religion, called Christianity, onto us. And that is why the second letter of King Leopold II, everybody they go the early missionaries letter. Now why I say, Ije na Belgium, Ije na Congo, don't teach them about God. They already know about their creator. But put a doubt into them. And above all, make sure that you put Belgian interest first. So actually, the white men came here for business. And you know what happened? These are the King Leopold II is a man that came to Congo. There in Congo, we born no less than 20 million people. But the Belgian people are still celebrating that murderer. But that is not the topic for the day. That is why our page, they don't want to free it called go viral. Because there are some things we will say. Don't want to be Igbo. Don't want to be a black person. Now, when we say we are going back to our root, before we go to things where I planned for the day, there was a time in our village. Inu na mmadụ zuru ori, ọ na-adịkọ a strange thing na ntị anyị maka imere na aja lejide gị ozugbo ozugbo. There was a time in our village. Anyị na-anọcha 5 years before na mmadụ nwụrụ. There was a time in our village. Ọ na-abasị gị na ndị okenye na-eme meeting. Ịbata n'ebe ndị okenye na-eme meeting. Ịbata n'ebe ndị okenye na-eme meeting. Ifu na ndị okenye na-enwe ọdọ. Abroad, man, today, if you go to ebe na-eme meeting, you begin to see the children of 30 years, 35 years in the meeting. What are you doing there? Because na ndị dani na amụchala. Why? Because na ya marozi ye aiji chebo nwanyị. But I don't blame you, because your Bible told you na highest you can know why. 70 years. And that is why, also, and that is because if you are lucky, and that is why age will tibu Jesus at the age of 33 years. If there's anybody called Jesus, they are programming your mind. And today in our land, more than 150 years, a day you call to glory. Call to which glory? Call to 150 years is same call to glory. What did you come to this world to do? More than if 50 years is called to glory. And an apple them madness. Let's calculate how many months is 50 years. 12 times 50. 600 months. 12 months makes 1 year. That is 12 times 50. 600 months. And they are telling us call to glory. Call to glory. And they have chemicalized our body and our brain. Let's proceed. When we say going back to our root, you need to understand Nandi Igbo. I am quoting the words of my friend and my brother, Dibia, my colleagues, Chuk and Duneso. You need to understand Nandi Igbo, the people with ancient heritage, indomitable heritage. And I am coming. And these are the reasons why so many of us are too proud to be an Onyi Igbo. And I will tell you why today. Now I'm too proud as an Onyi Igbo. Government can go there. No, be was a Onyi Igbo. A man I got more na miscarriage. And I will prove it to you today. We are kings and queens. Because in old Igbo days, Nwanyi Igbo na-aga n'ụzọ, other tribe around us will be coming ka ha kiri onye tere mmanụ. Because of ebube na-eso Nwanyi Igbo n'azụ. We are gods on this planet Earth. I don't know. See, whether you like it or not, we know there is a system all over the world against Ndi Igbo. That I don't want us to know our history. The white man knows who we are. Anyị bụ Anunnakis. Anyị bụ ndị mbụ na ndị egede. Over time you hear our ancestors, our fathers say, ndị mbụ na ndị egede. Anyị bụ mmadụ bụrụ mmụọ. We are God. So the day you stop looking for so-called old man over for no anywhere, and begin to see that man in you, or that woman in you, you be God. We are creators. We are celestial beings. And I'm going to prove it to you today. The world mara onye anyị bụ, and that is why any institution ijere n'ụwa, any powerful institution ijere n'ụwa, onye Igbo n'ebe, not just as a gate man, but as the head, people that make things happen. And that is why an Igbo man gave the world the fattest computer all over the world. An Igbo man gave the world the fattest computer today, but the world don't celebrate him. If they still have a way of tarnishing his image or wiping his memory, anything relating to him, they would have done it. A man called Michael Omengwali gave the world something that shocked them. There's a global conspiracy, but we are going. So when we say returning back to our root, you need to understand, over time you see people that have problems. No one knows only na agbapote ya na afara na apụghị n'ishi nsogbu go more asovia. Na men go solve. So an problem no money so that the spirit is also available. But there is a demarcation between us and us. It's like we separated ourselves from ourselves. One Igbo. We are royal blood. That is who we are. The world knows us more than we know ourselves. When the Crusaders came to this land, in a British army, that the British people fought in Igbo for 32 or 33 good years. It is a record that nowhere in the world can pass 1 year. For 33 good years until they discover no more na why if I name. And they decided to tamper our spirituality. So, in a church to that broken ije church. Oh, na-ejiri onye burugu ụzọ wee na-eri gị na-achọ ka erie gị ka erikwa onye gị nwa buru ụzọ bụ nwa gị. Maka na onye eriri ọpọ ọnụ ụzọ onye akpara ọpọ ọnụ ụzọ ka akpa onye ọzọ. Akpaala nna gị kpakwa gị na-achọzị ka akpa nwa gị. And we are here to say no, this is not us. We are looking for us. I am looking for me. And that is why I love one Reverend Father from Arandizog that lives in Germany. Let me look for his name. Reverend Father Father Angelo. He made a comment. This is a man that is trying to communicate with his people on a coded language. But his people, everything in plain language, and that is not how the world work. Now, we are coming, and I'm on his page now. I want to make a point. He posted an Igbo Ikenga or an Igbo deity statue, and he made a comment and said, looking at this Africa act with African eyes. Looking at this African act with African eyes, matters arising from today's post. One of the most unintelligent comments I encountered regarding the question of whether this image could be used to depict an angel was the claim that it is ugly, and a black man saying that what represents him or her is ugly. According to some people, an angel must always conform to their personal idea and plans initiate. Because so many of us are mad that your brain can actually be used by another person, whereas you are the one carrying the head. Ask your neighbor, are you with your brain or is another person using it? We see it every day. Ofekelicious beings drool everywhere. Let's proceed. According to some people, angel must conform to their personal idea of the physical beauty. Therefore, because of this figure does not resemble the image they are accustomed to seeing, they dismiss it as ugly and unworthy of representing heavenly beings. But such a reason reveals a profound ignorance of African art and its purposes. Do we really think that artists who carved this figure had no sense of beauty? A Reverend Father, Onyibo, trying to communicate with his brothers and sisters, but his brothers are adamant in their ignorance. The same African artistic tradition produced some of the most admired sculptures, mask carving, a human figure in the world. These artists were not careless people. They were intelligent observers of life, culture, spirituality, and nature. Traditional African art was often not intended to be a realistic photograph of a person, nor was it always concerned with physical attractiveness. Its purpose was deeper. Look carefully at this figure. Why is the head shaped in this form? Why are the eyes, mouth, and ear emphasized? Why are the hands around the wrist and ankle? Why is the body decorated with pattern? Why is the hairstyle or headpieces present in this form? Particularly form. Why are some of part of the body exposed? Why are highlighted? Something like that. None of these details is accidental. In Africa artistic tradition, every feature can carry meaning. The artist is communicating ideas about identity, status, spirituality, power, protection, fertility, wisdom, ancestry, or the relationship between the visible and the invisible world. Father na Bambo ke agwa umi ya na anom n'obodo ndị ọcha for years. Ka ọ communicate ya na eri elu ụmụnne m mana ụmụnne ya sịrị mba. The task of the viewer is not simply to ask, is this beautiful? The real question is, what is the artist trying to communicate? Only when we gather together the meaning hidden in this posture, symbols, proportion, adornment, and pattern can we begin to understand the message being conveyed. Ironically, many people who praise ancient Greek, Roman, Asia, or European religion art often refuse to make the same effort when confronted with African art. They dismiss what they do not understand. An art like this should first be studied before it is judged. The tragedy is that many Africans have learned to appreciate symbols of other civilizations while remaining blind to the language and the genius of their own. Father Angelo Chidi Unegbi, onye izu ọgụ nọ na Germany, iso anyị ncha niile kwesịrị ka a na-ama ya aka ntị. Ka anyị na-eje. I can go on and go on with so many things. This young priest is posting to communicate with his people. Let's proceed. Ị kwesịrị ịma that a black man, ndị Igbo nwere ya na-akpọ an indomitable heritage. Have you taken your time to study about Ikili? How many people know? Because today we are going to do question and answer. And I want you to answer me on the comments section. Let's know that we are learning. Because when we learn, we will relearn. And then we now pass the information to our children. Even if we don't manifest it in our own time, we can pass the knowledge to our children. How many people know? How many of us know mara the meaning of the word Ikiri in Igbo culture? Ikiri. Ikiri or Ikiri. Gini be Ikiri. We know there's an animal called Ikiri, but in Igbo culture, what does Ikiri represent? What is Ikiri? Kedonye nunugo the word Ikiri in Igbo culture. Tell us. Tell us. ihe jerika. Edition you brought dibia. Why is it in every question you will answer to it? But then I need to see you. Can you mara yam ni aneku? Ko ya ibu na alien kam ni aneku. If every woman is like you and I and other people, believe me, we shouldn't be talking nonsense again. We have what it takes. My son said he's teleporting. I want to see a comment from TikTok on a church can I watch him. Where are the people? Can you go here be clear? Because you go to church, we don't understand Onyibo. Because they want to use comedy, clubbing, to distract you from reality. When the Chinese are building, the word is clear. Being do Igbo teleporting. Teleportation. Do you know that the word teleporting was practiced by our ancestors? The white world, the Westerners have spent billions and trillions of dollars trying their possibly best to achieve teleportation. But still, they have not done it. The only thing they managed to do is transferring information from one computer to another. But human teleportation, they have not achieved it. Even as I'm talking, now. Some ọtụtụ ndị ozi ha ndị agent ha nọ na be anyị na-achọ onye ga-enye ha the knowledge of ihe anyị na-ekwu. Hold on. Ka m agwa gị ha now, ọtụtụ n'ime ha nọ n'ala Africa now ma n'ala Igbo na-achọ onye ga-enye ha knowledge tikiri. These people have spent billions to achieve human teleporting, teleportation, Mana ndị nna nna gị menwuri ya na-akpọ teleportation. Google it before I explain. Do you understand what I mean? Ihe ọ bụ na nna nna gị ga-anọ nwe ebe a ma ọ banye na room ya disappear enweta onwe na thousands of miles from this place. Ndị ọcha menwu gị ihe Elon Musk na-asị na ha na-eje na another planet, whatever, je na moon, it's just distracting us. Our forefathers menwuri ya. Elon Musk na-evuru machine na-eme ya na-eme na fly ehegeri ya na-ehegeri. Ndị nna nna gị menwuri ya na-akpọ teleportation. That is to tell you how big the civilization of Igbo people did. But our life was bastardized. I understand. We achieved a level in which the people that came after the people Memurife, they started abusing it. Just like Ijen Obodondocha today, some of their children, Buzundo Homo, their name, Menkariki. I was listening to a Jewish man, a Jewish man, and he said that Israeli no longer have soldier. Almost all their soldiers are homosexual. Now, open a hajjog. If the other the hajjog na be afete, you will be seeing Israeli soldiers say, "I don't want to die. Leave me. I don't want to die. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me." If you don't want to make a wife. And I watch that and I call my wife. My wife chigidachi. A soldier every year because na arazi anike oje na ofu egbe on dey think with oh Yahweh, I don't want to die yo. Oh yeah, baby go. Ndị nna nna gị menwu teleportation. Ndị nna nna gị menwu ya na-akpọ bilocation. That is going back to our root that I am championing. You get the point now? That is going back to our root that we are championing. People will buy plane today and you will be celebrating Amadu's plane. Something that your forefathers defy. I am telling you, see, I am coming to our youth today. If you are a youth, especially from my village, you need to pay attention. We are becoming nuisance. Criminality should be avoided in any way, any form. Going back to our root, going back to our root is matching the feet in the Nanagume achieve. our ancestor we ya na buy location. Gonna be buy location. Na nwoke ga nọrọ na be ya. Fune ya nwere another appointment na Lagos. Nọkwa na be ya nọrọ na Lagos na attend to meeting nọ na Lagos. These are something ndị nna nna gị menwuru. Buy location. Na anọ m na Asaba for example, ọ bụ na enwere meeting ụmụnna, divide ụmụ transform ụmụ nọkwa na meeting ụmụnna na-agada information ụmụnna na-agada na ebe a. Buy location ndị nna nna gị menwuru ya. Teleportation. One of my son came one day, but I cannot say this thing online. Now, teleportation. A man got no reba. My father was telling me about a man from Ukunem Namufia. On a boje, dibia, oru chieni no yaru. Okwado willa, o what offerif. Yana do obizuyala yanko kono na kwa yana nambara. Yana kwa ya offerif. Omunye yoko, oba yaram 3 times, so she na nguro oko, lawa bear. Teleportation. Disappearing and appearing thousands of miles away. The Western world have spent billions and trillions of dollars. Make research of what I am telling you. To achieve yenden nanagiji egwu, but they couldn't do it. Man, you were only to insult the memory of your ancestor. Men and women that lump themselves together and say enough is enough, they cry. I came last month and I told you that life is programming. What are you programming? It's an andinaja cut wire transformer. That is nonsense. It's an andinaja still that is nonsense. Ndị nna gị was okara mmadụ, okara mmụọ. People that defy physics. In Abavo Delta State here, there is a man that lived and said, I am above death. I cannot die and disappear. And that is all. In Enugu Ezeke, where I come from, a man lived and said, I cannot die and defy physics. We disappear where Labaron where. These are your ancestors. That is going back to our root that we are talking about. Not Gworomo Kite, Gworomo Ibo, Gworomo, are you mad? Sometimes I get upset because you don't know who you are. You are a god. These are people. Do you know there is a time? See how my body is vibrating. Do you know there is a time when you see me defending my ancestors? It's because I am a... Do you know what it means? That you are a son of a king, a son of a warrior. Do you know there is a time in Igbo land that our people hear the voices of a tree, the voices of water, the voices from the cave? When herbs, trees, leaves communicate with the people, when there is nothing like HIV/AIDS, there are nothing like all these incurable diseases, kidney problem, kidney stone, because there are no 1 or 2 herbs that communicate with them, all those sickness will disappear. How many of us can still communicate with the trees today? These are to provide solution to people. How many of us can still communicate with the water forces to provide solution to people? Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that white man, if they want to construct bridge, they will first of all go and offer sacrifice? To who? To what? Why are they offering sacrifice? The same people that told you that Jesus has died for you, they will go to water and offer sacrifice. It happened in River Niger. I saw it with my eyes. The kid ran. These are the going back to your root that I'm talking about. When science was nothing to do with wasting life, not producing weapon of mass destruction to go and be killing people all over. That is not science. There was a time in our land that while you are sleeping, the powers that owns the land, the powers that be, are working on your brain. It is men that programmed it. You wake up in the morning when you plan to do evil, you forget the evil, and you become a better person. That is the science that I'm talking. That is the root that I'm talking about. When we had no army, no police, no prison, but nobody think of doing evil when Onuruben Nabaloso was embedded in our culture. On a big batana village, I open a temple, onye no no batana okay, every man abaputa. But today in our village, in our villages. As soon as na IG friend eme n'obodo mo no na eme na bende bo onye obuna agbache gate. I am talking about the route we are going back to. If your route is all about Kija Water women, you are a madman. Somebody should bring back the olden days. Men of honor. Men that will sacrifice their comfort to protect the younger generation. Let me see one white man. Even the story of Enoch in the Bible cannot be verified. But here in Ali Igbo, we can count 3 to 4 people that defy death. These are your ancestors. The son of who you are. Who are you? Who do you? Who do us this thing? That is why if you I don't go muno na de agodo ihu nu na emeche mbata na okwu mmụọ mkpọkọ mmụọ na be say how na dey. I can emekwu ya ipo na ị ga-eme. That is why ịbịa na be m ịma mfe ọgwụ. Mana abịa na ije mmụọ wanyị nọ. Because na ama m na mmụọ bụ orimiri ata. Ya mere ji wekwa ya Chukwu okike abịa ma the more you deep in, the more you know. Ndị nna nna gị menwuru ya na-akpọ bilocation. Teleportation. The white people are spending billions. Till date, let me shock you. Recently, about last 2 months, they told us in America that they discovered aliens. And the whole social media, whole news station. You see, I am the only person that travel abroad. And I refuse to sleep with a white woman. I don't know if you call it racism, it concerns you. And I am not seeing racism from the angle in affair. Racism is only thing that reminds you who you are. Yes. I don't want a white person to love me. Let's do our thing and everybody go. Which one be love? Love makes a man to be weak. I came online here last time and I told you that in marriage, they don't ever marry because of love. Marry for interest. Marry for interest. They don't marry for love. Love will fade away. Marry for interest. Can we build future together? Can we fight together? Can we wage war together? Can we agree for something? Yes? Okay, they both shall why. And when they step in whatever they see, they summon on, they surge on. Love again on you. Mgbe ya mana ya dị eme love. Bụboro oro na mgbe a na-agba ọgụ na mmụọ. Iburugodo nna mma abụgo obstacle ịma na chọọchị agbasa. Anyị na-eme ihe love. Love gịnị? Love only provide food. She's here to make sure that I become the better version of who I am. And I'm here to make sure that she become the better version of Onyobo. She just woke up yesterday. How do we see it? Now, wake up around 3. So, by not ready. That is how we do it. She's a first class engineer. No man serve anybody. You say, yes, you are not serving. What we produce in this land can give you whatever we are going to work and not give to you. You get the point? We are producers, not consumers. But let's proceed. Let's proceed. That is who you Onyeke Ibo. You see how they reduce us to nothing. They reduce us to nothing. Puro comedy, puro politics, puro religion, puro love, puro distraction. You cannot reason. Let me be honest with you. If the only thing game can be the best of who I am is to marry 7 wives. My wife got something now. That is what we do here. We don't do love here. Love waiting. Old people know they marry for love. Love makes a man to be weak. In a lion's kingdom, study the life of a lion. If it's a nwoke, nwoke na marapa. One small attack, but I beg Aruna Magaji. Your ancestor, not just that they stopped attacking Abebe, they stopped attacking Abatana the community. This is who they are. New German men at their community cannot happen. And you see, do you know, oh my goodness, do you know once in Igbo land, and you were in these stars, and which community, villages, their duty is to study stars. We don't need a TV station or radio station to broadcast Namirigezo. We have people that study stars. And now you're saying Namirigezo. Even when it seems impossible, I'm saying Namirigezo. Kedendo to go mbone. You might only have a gift. We allowed all this knowledge to die without grabbing it. Ejeleba na miri na chizo. And ogezo. People that study stars. But you read in the Bible that when Jesus was born, the 3 wise men actually located Jesus by reading stars, studying stars. You are interested about 3 wise men, but in your village, there are men and women that study stars. We don't value our own. It's very painful. Let's calm down and proceed. That is the going back to our root that I'm talking about. Astrologist. Let's proceed. Have you ever taken time to study the possibility of this telepathic move? That a man will be here, disappear and appear in thousands of miles. What is distance between here and Ghana? What is distance between here and Europe? That a man will double himself in what we call bilocation. Honorable Ozo. These are your ancestors. None other race practice this thing except our ancestors. You get the point now. Our fathers were royal blood, kings and queens. Today in our society, our ancestors used witchcraft to craft something meaningful. But today you go to market and say, mbatamosu, nabu nam join amosu, ka business ngawa, ka I remember, are you mad? Very weak generation. Very weak generation. So you amosu as a businessman. So once you push business, amosu becomes what? Here and do you people actually think at all? And there's a wave of he join Amos, he join court, he join car. I joined Amos so that I didn't remember attack in a dream. Your forefathers actually joined witchcraft. Yeah? To create something for the next generation. What are you creating? I am asking you, what are you creating? Let's proceed. So, Mara, what you call teleportation was actually practiced by Nana Iha. Man of honor. Yaka, he ended na thousands of years ago. Ka onyo charge at the store by na ya na try ka mama ya game me o mebere ya o na 2026. And you people are being carried away by social media, religion, politics. With billions of dollars spent, they cannot achieve it. Mananda nana imewore. Who are you? Now, with this small level I go to now, that we have not even started. We have never provided any solution to the society. We are noise makers. Anyị jaba gaflonias. Our forefathers was able to use Ikiri. Now let's think for a few minutes. Ndị nna nna gị was able to use what they call Ikiri. N'ebe ahụ ị nọ na Lagos, for example, one small thing ị ga-eme ị nweta onwe gị na village without accident. Such power can somewhere near waste. How do we discover it again? And not just discovering it, you discover it and protect it. Maka ọ bụrụ ndị ga-abụ ha discover ya, ndị ọcha bịa nye ya $1 million na o chefu onwe ya. That is going back to our root that I'm talking about. When we will have solution to all our problems. When technology was technology. When science did not require the loss of life. When technology did not require the loss of life. That is going back to our root that I'm talking about. When we don't need to kill a life to provide the solution. Look at how people are dying all over Africa. In the name of technology. Anything that takes life is against life, cannot protect life. I am talking about going back to our root. When the Mother Earth was our protector, and that is why sometimes I shout on our women, I say, please, you people should wake up. The Mother Earth are waiting for our women. Wake up. Wake up. The Mother Earth is calling all of you. Wake up. If our women wake up, do you know around 2015 or 2018, when Ethiopian Airlines mgbe plane ndị Ethiopia na-enwe problem na asị na ọ na-enwe tumbling n'elu plane ndị Ethiopia. Share this video please. Gbaa mbọ ka share ya. It helps a lot. We need to carry everybody along. It was either 2015 or 2018 mgbe Ethiopian Airlines na-enwe problem, or 2021. I cannot Google it now. Somebody can make use of it. Google it. When Ethiopian Airlines was having a problem, Ethiopian Airlines came down to Benin Republic or Togo in search of all the witchcraft. And they managed to gather about 20 witches and wizards, fly them on the air. Somebody say, when I make this video on Igbo, which I got on with the GTP, even if you need Surabakeleke, it can be translated. Use your brain. Where secret? Even if you Surabakeleke, na IT and a chat GTP, na either Ogoshi or Swari in English. Now, I understand where you are going. When this is a global village. Now, the Ethiopian Airlines bịara na Togo or Benin. We gather witches and wizards, old men and women, and fly all of them to the space, to A. You know why? No one about their flight na aga n'ụzọ. And then which attack on the A. They now left Ethiopia to come to Togo or Benin to gather the witches and wizards, to go and appease the powers of the A. That's what witchcraft is all about. Or bro, for you to go and eat witchcraft to be tormenting your fellow people. Provide in whatever area you are functioning. Provide a solution. These are your ancestors. And you see all of them with Mpahanaka, Hajichi, their staff, now go like this. But they are actually on a mission. They are going to the A to summon the powers that be and say, hey, what do you want? Take this one, take this one. Take this sacrifice. Don't disturb the airline again. The Western world, Mariha Nine. Fa Mariha Nine. But me and you are just here playing. Let's proceed. If you are a Dibia and you are not making an impact, you are just occupying a space. If you are a businessman, if you are a security man, and the loss of life happen under your reign, you marry him. Because as a security man, because anything that takes life cannot protect life. Go deeper. There's a solution lying somewhere. Seek for knowledge. Enwere ka aga shi wee ma obodo dere ju aji hana. Kaineji. So I am looking for a time. I am looking for a science. A science that did not require the loss of life. A technology that did not require the loss of life. When justice cannot be bought by money. These are the systems that our forefathers enjoy. That is the route that I'm going back to. A route that protects life, not the route that takes life. I am going back to a route whereby biology cannot be manipulated. When our women don't need IVF to give birth to a child, or CS to give birth to their children. When our women give birth freely without pains after taking our herbs in our bushes. That is going back to our roots that I'm looking for. When one woman or was able to give birth to 16 children, one woman without pain, without CS, without IVF. That is the route that I'm asking and we are going back to. When a woman of 45 years, 50 years can still give birth, that is the route we are going back to. When pregnant woman will take herbs and give birth without pains, without CS, that is the route we should be talking about. And we are going back to our route when there will be no sickness like HIV/AIDS, like polios, and many other sicknesses that are ravaging our society today. When we are going to be hearing the voice of herbs, trees, waters, and caves, that is the route we are talking about. When the dead will speak to us and tell us what to do to live long, that is the route we are talking about. Oburo the ritual route. Oburo ije gwu ogwu ego. Oburo ije agwu aja ogwu. No. Ask your father. There's a time our DBS, people that are gifted, are numerous in our society. They hear the voice of trees. Trees speak to our people. Leaves in the bushes speaks to them. Because these are living things. They talks. When animals communicate with them. When water speaks to our people. These are all living things. When nature directs us on what to do, and we get results. That is the route we are talking about. So if you are going back to our route, you should know the route we are going back to. Oburo ogwu ego, oburo kito ni Igbo bunu dako mmiri. No. Oburo ajo ogwo, oburo inye ishi. In Igbo society, there was a time when the death of 30 years boy or girl, 40 years boy or girl is considered an arrow, abomination. And all the elders will rally around to go look for solution. What is happening? And they will provide a solution. That is the route that we are going back to. That I am going back to. I am going back to our route. I am going back to a route whereby whenever I am confused, a voice will speak to me, nature will speak to me, or how to solve the problem. When nobody was poor, everybody was comfortable. When there's nothing like anti-nature or anti-life in our society, when we live 2 years, 3 years without hearing that somebody died in our community, I witnessed it while growing up. That is the route that I'm going back to. I am going back to a route when Umunna was functioning very well. Their main goal was to defend and to support themselves. That is the route we are going back to. I am going back to a route when that institution will be so strong and our women, their voice will be heard again. That is the route I am going back to. And let me ask you, if the enemy should invade our land today, how do we protect ourselves? Obu na ndị iro amakpụrụ anyị today. Ọgụ nwa ga-achebe anyị. You see, we are going back to our route, where an Igbo man will not see a northern person as his problem, and the northern person will not see Igbo man as his problem. When we begin to see ourselves in our brothers, that is the route we are talking about. When all this enmity, pains and angers will die off, when an outsiders will not use us against ourselves, that is the route we are talking about. When black race will begin to see themselves in one another, that is the route we are talking about. When the sickness that are killing people in faraway Kenya, the solution will come from here and we send it to them and they will get the solution. And we don't claim credit because Honorable One Nabal also. Because there is power in unity. That is the route we are talking about. Not the route of division. Not the route of killing ourselves. Where an Igbo man will respect another man for rearing cattle, and another man will respect an Igbo man in his business or whatever. I am going back to our route. When the child of nobody will be protected by somebody. When other people's children will come to my house and relax, and my children will go to the other person's house and relax and feel safe. That is the route we are talking about. When all this backbiting, anger, pains, and whatever, division will disappear. So when we say going back to our route, it's not just for us to offer an animal sacrifice. Yes, it's important. But you need to understand where we are heading to, or where I am heading to. Hey, let's proceed. I am going back to our route whereby you will see my weaknesses and cover me, and I will cover your own weaknesses. where you will look out for me and I will look out for you. That is the route we are talking about. Not creating enemy anywhere you go. Obu na ndị iro amakpo mụ na gị today. Kedu ka anyị ga-esi wee zapụta onwe anyị? Why? Because religion have divided us. And the white man is celebrating in their country. There was a time the principles of Onurubenwa Nabaloso was active in our land, that we defend and protect ourselves, but not anymore. Religion have divided us. And that brought me to why I released this song this year. Listen to this song. Listen to the song. Listen to the songs. Listen.
onye be nwanne n'ọbụ ife chi mana njọ onye na-enwele nwanne ọ na-ebe adịla ofu nwa na-ebe mana ndị nwere nwanne na-egbu nwanne ha ịma na nwanne dị ụtọ ọdịnala bishọp na-eme nwanne igbo dị igbo chọba nwanne
ọnụrụbe nwanne agbala ọsọ is a system ihe a ka ndị nna nna gị menwu today nwanne fụ nwanne ebe ọ nọ na nsogbu ewepụ anya. So going back to our roots, you need to understand what we're about, what we are planning to, what we are praying for. And aja ala ga-enyere ya aka mana ihe maka na ihe liri eli etolitewego. Anyị nọ chụwa wela the next generation will echo what we are saying today. They will remember a day like this. When all our food was natural, when our brain was still intact, before being influenced by Western and the chemical food we eat. When ụmụnwaanyị Igbo nwere value before the religion demote them. That is the route that I'm going back to. I don't know where you're going. I don't know. Maybe not. That is the route that I'm going back to. I am going back to our route when ihe niile anyị ga-eme is according to Odinala, Ntonala. When people will respect the Mother Earth. Mgbe ime aji ife ga na-atụ nwoke ụjọ na-atụ nwaanyị ụjọ obodo wee dị mma. When the king will do everything to protect the subject. That is the route I'm going back to. I am going back to our root. When we do all things according to Tontonala. When our paths are being directed by the Mother Earth, by Okuke. Today we are scattered everywhere looking for solution. But the solution is inside us. Because we are gods and goddesses. Today we are everywhere, but we are nowhere. This word sounds so volume, right? We are everywhere, but we are nowhere. We are scattered everywhere, but we are nowhere. I go back to ancient memory. Mgbe eji agwụ mọọlụ wee mife. Maka na mọọlụ wa bụ an ocean of knowledge. Orimiri agwụ agwụ. Ọkpụtọla ọkpụ. Amama amasị amasị. Mọọlụ wa bụ ocean of possibility. Amama amasị amasị. Ebe. Agwụ nka na ụzụ. I go back to our roots, where life are valued and respected, not being taken by force. I go back to our roots, where there is balance of justice, equity, and fairness. The world has turned, the Western world has turned our society upside down. When the rich don't manipulate justice system. Because if you do, the deity will strike the manipulators. That is the route that I'm going back to. I go back to our root, I repeat, when woman that will be so strong. Do you know that there was a time accessing the information from the deep is very easy? Are you with me? Share this video. I said there was a time accessing the information. To access the information. There was a time all the common. maka ina aja ala no close. We live as gods and goddesses. So if you are a youth, start rethinking. Returning back to our roots is not criminality or money ritual. No. Start detoxing your mind from the chemicals that so we can build ourselves back to the greatness we are known for. You must say no to criminality. Maka na anything anti-nature ajala na were iwe. So that we go back to our root whereby nwanyi ịmụ nwa maọbụ ịtụ ime amambuze problem. When powers will not manipulate your destiny. Maka na ajala will say no to evil. When you will manifest your destiny to impact life positively, to impact positivity in our society. That is the root that we are going back to. When brother will defend brother. When sons will go to war to protect their daughter. That is the root that I'm going back to. When our women will be respected all over. That is the root that we are going back to. When our children will know their father and their forefathers and value and honor them. When we will not abandon our children all over the world like we are doing today. All over the world, we have scattered our children everywhere. Thousands and millions of them will never smell the land of their ancestors again. If you go to Barbados, our people are wasting. Are scattered everywhere. If you go to that is the route that I'm going back. It's not criminality. Route of get it by any means. No, that is not the route we are talking about. We are going back to our route whereby Odinala and you respect it. Going back to the route whereby life are valued and respected, not being mowed down anyhow. I'm going back to our route when we will defend the poor, not defend life, not because his father is rich or what, or the mother is rich, but because he's a human being. That is the route we are going back to. I'm going back to a route whereby the son or daughter of a nobody will become somebody. I'm going back to our route that nobody will come and take my children or our children and abandon them in nowhere. That is why when you go to Saudi Arabia, so we go to Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, Haiti, Barbados, Sierra Leone, Gabon, anywhere, America, our children are scattered everywhere. They no longer know their route. So many of us that are black America that do communicate with us have said that we don't know whether we are from Ghana or whether we are from Igbo. We don't know where we're from. And I want to shock you. I want to shock you. One day, maybe in my old age, I'm going to miss Trimge Poperegi. A man that half of Yoruba woman, a man that half of Hausa woman. It shock you. It shock you. Don't worry. That is not the topic for the day. Now, one of the reasons why all this bad division and fighting should end because it's affecting us spiritually. So at this point, we are going to enter question and answer. We need to go back to a route whereby active. More one got active. Nkogabu in onaro adiabaragam. Imuranya is egozi. Imepenti in all more. That is the route we are going back to. Bro, you better beg you everywhere. You don't even hear anything. You don't see. That is blind system. And that is why there is a belief system everywhere. We are going back to a knowing system. That is going back to our root. In repeating what my brother did, Chikan Dines Oku, Ejimo Unzunaka, we got that libo tan, no yadra in Amma. No yadrum working a madam in Amma. Drum wine in Amma. maka ụmụ nwaanyị anyị gee ntị wee nweta onye ha bụ ụmụ nwoke gee ha ntị o nwere onye nwere pawa ịsọft na nwoke karịa nwaanyị aja ala Igbo na ana m ayọ gị ka i buru ụzọ zọọ ụmụ nwaanyị zọta ụmụ nwaanyị anyị maka ịzọta ụmụ nwaanyị anyị na ọdịgoro anyị na mma. Hold on. Aja ala Igbo zọtara anyị ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ndị Miss Go Road dị letara anyị hofu ekwela ka ihere eme ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ataala afụfụ ejizi eme karikachọ bụ ụmụ nwaanyị Igbo ndị nwere ebube ndị obodo ji biri ndị ụwa niile na-achọ ka ha dị ka ha ka ejizi eme karikachọ n'ụwa niile. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nọzi ụwa niile na-agba akwụna oberọkwa n'ihe na-eji mara ụmụ nwaanyị Igbo. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ihe ọbụla bụ Igbo adịghị enyezi ha joy maka na ha lata na be anyị na onwere ozi sistem na-protect ha. Nne Chokike chọba ụmụ gị chọba ụmụ gị maka obodo ọbụla na-enwere ozu nwaanyị mbara uru ọma n'obodo ahụ alago chọwa ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nye ha ọnọdụ dị mma n'ala Igbo ka ọnụ na-eru ha n'okwu. Chọba ụmụ nwaanyị anyị reset their brain ka ha mara na ha bụ nwaanyị na ha bụ okuke a na-afa anya ka o wedara ala Igbo na mma. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị furu efu ka a zọta ha ndụ. Nwe ndị nọ na Libya na-ala n'iyi, Senegal na-ala n'iyi, ala Igbo na-ala n'iyi, Nigeria na-ala n'iyi. Chọwara anyị ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ma ụmụnne anyị bụ ndị Hausa ụmụ nwaanyị ha niile chọba ha, ụmụnne anyị ndị Yoruba ụmụ nwaanyị ha niile chọba ha, ebe niile ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nọ chọba ha ka o wedara anyị na mma. Ka anyị nwekwa virgin n'ala anyị again that will be interceding on our behalf. Chọwa ụmụ nwaanyị anyị gọzie ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ndị a na-emegbu emegbu nọ na di ka inye ha onye ga-defend ha ka ije kwuoro ha. Nne Chokike nabaghị ya ka ihe ọgụ na Ekene Orie na Afanankwọ ise. Now question and answer. We have Sky Prince, we have Felicia. So if you want to ask question, Enekpo. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Welcome.
Ebe ka isi akpọ?
Esi Philippines.
Wow.
Nwa Enugu Ezike.
Ibe onye zikọba?
Ọnwa nwoke m.
Ewo, ọ gịnị na afịọ?
Nọ na Philippines.
Ndị ka ime?
Adụkwa m onye sa.
Yeah, nna m. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Kee maka Filipo?
Anyị nọkwa ya na-agba mbọ.
Unu chọtara m second wife ebe a, afọ gọvanọ ebe a ka a na-alụzi second wife.
Ọ bụ onye otu unu bịara.
Abeg, no call anybody name. No call anybody name. Chọtara m second wife. Afọ gọvanọ na Philippines ka a na-alụzi second wife.
Mba, ịdị redi ozugbo emere gị ewe bi.
Udo dị nna m. Go ahead.
Ya, ọ bụrụ question ka m bịa ịjụ. Asị ka m bịa kene gị maka ọmarịcha okwu ị na-enye ụmụ Igbo.
Thank you.
Maka na ọya ka ụmụ Igbo niile.
Thank you.
Ya taa, onye a ka ụmụ Igbo niile. Maka na ụfọdụ na-ahapụzi isi aka gbabazie oriọna.
Yes.
Ma o nwere ife dị ka mmadụ ịnachiata azụ to their root.
Yes.
O nwere ife dị ka and iche ka na ndị niile na-achị azụ to their root na ifu ka ihe si agalụ ha. Ifu na
anyị na-ekuzi ume.
Ama na ọ ga-afịa arụ mana with the preaching ị na-enye and ndị ọzọ kwụba aka fụ ọtọ ụzọ omenala, I believe na ọ ya adịcha mma. So na-asị gị jisi ike.
Thank you.
Jisi ike.
Thank you.
Daalụ nne.
Thank you, ma'am. Ramara gị mma.
Okay, daalụ.
Question and answer. Ndị nọ na Facebook, nọ na chọọchị, onwe onye nwere ajụjụ? Onwe onye nwere ajụjụ kwuo na ịdị free. maka akwado m unu wee bịa taa. Question and answer. Nwere ihe na-agbagwoju gị anya. Eme ka anyị mara.
If we got on the beat.
Akeli Igbo niile ndị bụ na ndị agede mmọnwụ
Egbe.
ndị bụrụ m ụzọ naba chi mụ na ndị nwe m o nwere ife m na-ayọghị ofu nwanne m nọ laba obodo mmọnwụ ọdịnala bishọp nwe eze ka ọba mmọnwụ enwere ife na-akpa m wee yawa chi m ha ife onye ukwu na-ayọ onye nta na-ayọ Chukwu kelala Igbo mmọnwụ
Nwaanyị acha.
o nwere ife na-ayọ chi ogologo ndụ na-alụsi ike na ife dị ete ndụ mmanụ ọ bụ ihe ka m na-ayọ ha ọdịnala bishọp nwe eze ka ọba onye ndu ka m na-akpọ mana enwere ife m na
We have somebody on the line.
Yeah,
Where are you calling from? Welcome.
yes, Charlie from Canada.
Ndị Kaka. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah, my first time on Facebook, can they follow you? But I'm surprised if you're on TikTok.
Okay, I'm na boat.
It's my first time. I'm surprised to see you on
Yeah.
Facebook. Can they so give bomba to bomba?
Yeah. I'm going to name follow in Canada. Or getting enough here.
Yes.
The Hollandian. Facebook
Yes,
emelam.
sir.
Facebook emelam je Canada me merube.
Alright, I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah, and then you're welcome. Oh?
Yes, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so.
So, what's the topic of today?
Okay, the topic of today is going back to our root. What entails now job mob criminality is about trying to replicate the great feat they achieved. And then I was explaining to them about bilocation and teleportation. Ndocha can spend billions of dollars to achieve. Man, then na mmadụ ga-anọrọ ebe a disappear nweta nwe thousands of miles or mmadụ ga-anọ ebe a nọkwara ebe ọzọ. Until today the white men are still spending billions of dollars to achieve that feat. Mana ihe menwughị ya mana ndị nna nna anyị mere ya. So going back, we're just trying to let people know that going back to our root about criminality is about trying to understand who we are, because we are God and goddesses, and the value of our women in our society. Go ahead.
I'll wait for other people to come, because the more they come and say something, I wouldn't like what I would.
No, we're actually about closing. This is after 11. Naturally, boom. I go.
That means I came late.
Yes.
I'm late.
Yes. Can you be there by 9?
Oh.
I go.
I
My wife
can't
don't give me sign. Very early.
Oh,
Oh
Chimo.
man, I'm ejiri only ego. So.
Oh, Canada. I think I'll join you next time because I want to. I'll join you next time.
We're also live on Facebook. Later you go through it on Facebook.
Okay, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Who do we have here? Ezemwa Chris.
Agalo fikam na yochimo. Nkaje tendo man. Nkaje yelo bonyaka. Nkaje dozo bodo mong. Nabi yakam na yochim. Chibu kegede nchomwa. Yene muchoro oriogono do pamumpa. Emema kita na brodogu. Kaka kegede lekenchi. Gbogbo ye bena kwa we piano dibo. Ya nweti ifo na cho. Welcome. Maka obara kala no dim. Chibu no nwekwe ka dio.
Welcome, my brother. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Chairman, good afternoon, sir.
Guamaragi Manam.
Yeah. I seem to go up.
The Bonnie Bay.
I'm wearing Sukao.
Suka Sadu, the mother.
Yeah.
The boy.
I do my groggy mother.
Tadoi. Oh, I agree with you, man. Eggy chipper. Eggy chipper.
Where is the guy could tell now?
So, well, go ahead.
Where is the guy could tell the other?
You don't know.
Oh, the issue or more lower hand, so boo.
Okay.
So boo, my women, many kaha. Na sum be no mama me meeting na dikata ma mo sel acho mo ba village kam je me mba ya ko wa no mo fuma kam ga ne shi ne mere ko bi din ho because no ro ya ha vir mu je ha so mo bundo lo amna ha na sri te ha ta mama mo za mam kam ga ne shi me
dibia magi dibia magi okay.
Dibia Magmo, no come to manage with the problem now. Because I may put a good talk.
Gonna have more low.
More one Uria away them.
Okay. Obro I can no ma olu.
You can tell one home. Onye mo wa mara me ha mari ha m ni twin oni za mana maza mo
ihe ni yekora ori ha nwe de obumaka obumadu
ori ya nwe de ya bụ omolu wa mu na
okay ya molo onye lord go wa yanti get it ina confuse onye lord go wa bro ya molo wa oluwa dị iche na molo wa mọlụ wa bịa na ba na-akpọ agwụ.
Yes.
Mana onye lọrụ gị ụwa bụ mmadụ bịara gị ụwa. You get the point now?
Yes.
Enwe ndị nke ha bụ ọgwụ ọlụ ụwa. So it's very easy to find. Nke na difficult bụ onye lọrụ gị ụwa because once he tolitego at a certain age, each of them are difficult. It takes technicality and some little sacrifice. And that is why when onye ga na be m osagacha m ka agbara m afọ onye lọrọ m ụwa at the age of 35.
Yes.
The moment ị kpọrọ afa gị ndị niile nwụrụ anwụ na agbụrụ gị abịa because enwe ndị mere abandon. So it takes a little sacrifice and technicality to be able to address the spirit here. Unu liche unu laba gwa monye bia then mana mo luwa gi mo bo gwo luwa gi bu ma unu na go nu munu ni ilele Go by home na. Jee ja ajụma mma ma ọ bụ ọgwụ ndị isi ndị ụmụ uju ngwo ka elele na-agọ ya bụ agwụ gị. You get the point. So that one is easy.
Okay.
Jee ajụma mma unu na-agọ n'ụmụ unu ya bụ mọlụ gị. Then ije chọwazi onye lọrọ gị ụwa. So understand this thing. Na ha ndị Anambra na-akpọ ọlụ ụwa chi. Ndị Anambra na-akpọ ọlụ ụwa chi. Ma anyị na-akpọ ya ọlụ ụwa. Ndị Anambra na-akpọ mma ọlụ ụwa. Onye dị iche na ọlụ ụwa na mma ọlụ ụwa. Mma ọlụ ụwa bụ ndị Anambra na-akpọ agwụ. Mma ọlụ ụwa bụ ndị Anambra na-akpọ chi. So chọọ ya.
Okay.
Then ọ bụzi na ị chọọ ya, so many of us na-agodo ya ọ na-enyere ha aka. So many of us ọnọgide ọdụ ka ọ na-enyere ha aka. Ọ bụ na ị chọrọ ya, chọza dibịa ga-mara ha na-arụ ga-agwa gị ihe mmụọ ọlụ ụwa ahụ na-asọ. Maka ị nwere ike ga na-atụrụ ya aja achụshi ike mana ihe na ọ na-asọ na ị naghị edebe ya. Like now na be m enwere nri ọ ga-abụ nrie na mmadụ aga ebe o ji ete mmụọ ọlụwa ọgwụ ọlụwa m nọ. Na mmadụ agadi ya n'ihu till daybreak. So o nwere udo ma ọ ga-abụ mee na mmadụ agadi ya n'iru maka ọ na-asọ ya.
Yes.
So na ị nwere ike mmụọ ọlụwa ahụ na-agọ n'ụmụ na ị na-agọta ya ọfụma mana enwere ike thanks for the gift nwangwu. Enwere ike ma ọ bụ na ihe ọ na-asọ na ị ga-edebe iwe. Like enwere mmasị nwunye m enwere nri ha ga eri enwere ta anụ ha ga ebi aka ma nwunye m like nri ahụ too much. So nje na dị ọnụ masị ya na nwunye m si ya metụghị ma nri na-eri gị. Now the chief priest now told us na ihe ga-eme mbọchị ọbụla o riri ya crosskwala ebe dị mma nọ. But not the risky.
Yes.
That's why ji na nwunye need to be a teamwork. Maka enwere ike mbọchị ahụ iriri ọ bụrụ mbọchị ọnwụnwa bịa da you need to run to your altar to gallant yourself. If you want to right?
Yes.
So but no bụ na gị na ji gị na mara ihe what marriage is all about. No nwere ike ọ bụ mbọchị ahụ iriri na ma mbanye. Na ya I'm talking about the wife. Na mbọchị iriri ọ na ma mbanye. O nwere ọnwụnwa bịara the husband will take over.
Okay.
Because that is why marriage ọbụla the husband and wife na-ekwetere n'ofu can never stand. Because even the Bible says, can two people work together without first of all agree? This I was. So go home, the Ajuma magikote ndị bụ mgbuju nwoke na ya mmụọ ọlụwa gị. Then chọwazi onye lọrọ gị ụwa godowe ya mara ihe ha na-asọ. Even onye ọlụwa gị nwere ihe ọ na-asọ. O nwere ike na ọlụwa gị na-emegbe eri n'ụwa ọzọ na-anarị oke too much. Ifu n'ụwa nke ọ bịara na onye ga-ana oke nọ na nsogbu maọbụ iweste ego anyhow na nọ na nsogbu. You need to address mara onye ịbụ. And that is why enwere afọ m na-agba 55,000, nwa afọ m na-agba 10,000, nwa afọ na-agba 700,000. Enwere afọ ga-aba chọrọ ịgba na eme ekporo ụmụ m laa na ebe ndị my uncle ọkpọle ya na hotel. Because the kind of forces he got summon, ha bụrụ ihe na ụmụaka kwesịrị ịnọ close. Ọ ya mere ụmụ dibịa ma ụmụ pastor na dịka ya na-emegheri. Because they don't have this knowledge. Enwere some energy of need if you want to have access to ikpopu ụmụaka. You got to go? And that is why again enwere some things dibịa na-ama mme mgbe ọ ka na-amụ nwa. Enwere even not just at the dibịa, enwere ihe na-ama mme mgbe ị ka na-amụ nwa. Man, over there, they na public.
Sure.
Oh, I'm not him.
I'm gonna task the cabinet. Because this is how I will dictate. I'm just saying, maybe dictate to ask him, you know.
Yeah, I got to make more low again. Oh, more low. Over the Lanulo, you got to bury a million and my dozeri ulo.
Okay.
Dozeri ulo, I get oh,
okay.
So, who do we have here? One goodbye. Ulene me. Wangu.
Good morning, sir.
Where are you calling from?
I'm Ghana, sir.
Ibonye wene.
I'm going to precisely.
Oh, Kotoko. Enwere mala na buno. Ubol agi veje. Ana very soon can be the leka kubo that place. Na koji. Nkoboji. Nkochaji nkpo ya roshi before ne je have a shiri akpori.
I had to get me over. That day, bad.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Everybody know the noise. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, call me better.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, call me better.
Go ahead. More blessing.
I want to play for Korokbe.
Yes.
I'm not needing.
Confirm.
I'm not going to read.
Confirm.
No one is so yet no menal. Mano, I covered them what I can. I may so do. I may so do. Wanja.
Very good. Very good.
No one am a match out my arm. No one said, oh, boy, it's a bomb like this.
Okay.
No, I ain't got the end.
Okay.
Baguma. This year, the mayor Larute.
Yes. So, but now, for my observation, I'm last year.
Yes.
Last year I told people now go near Ibro Nibo, maybe on Senegal. Another 100.
Yes.
No, 10% the Cabanuru.
Yes.
I watch so many countries mentioning their names. Ibroni Bojileba. But the see Ghana the favor of people.
Yes.
Alagana Yabaragi, Jishika. Yema, Gemerul, Ima Yoban and the Ghana and Sonso, Emecolea.
Oh, yeah.
Without the regular.
Oh, yeah, no one but I'm a try and root them aside. I'm a try and root them aside. I'm named Maro or Zim and I want below for my para moment now. I should go. I'm a no more diet. I'm a no more diet.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks for the acceptance, sir.
Sure, I will.
I'm not number being on a profile again.
Yes.
On 080. Yeah. Don't tell me screenshot right. One day, they are no limb. Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
And what you noticed recently, I was on the Sukanenugeske by. I'm on the Moa Chago Kaila village. You know where I'm did you? I thought of them, they're going to China Sabbath. I'm going to Moa Chago Kaila. I'll get it off here. And then we follow our well in Ghana. Oh, wonder.
Makobula fola no dim chibuno wele kodio. Oweli ifem na yo chim. Chim ni em na ri kwaga no too much. Ayo bubo. O metutene zeka ya metutene maka.
Again and after.
O were god na mo na ri na abem. Maka na igbo m Igbo kwuru okwu so na akụzụ ọra iwe n'ọnụmala ọ na-aka mma ka anyụkọ mmamịrị ka ọ bụ ụfụfụ chimugegede nchi aga m agwa onwe m ọbala tụle mana onye ọya na-aya bịa na be si ya na mamari ya ọbịa chim na onwe ka ọ dị aga m agwa onwe m nwe nzukọ bụ okoro nwa steeti maka na ọ bụ afọ ka ị bịara wee za
Adaju Ugo.
enwela ife m na-ayọchi
Thank you.
ụtụtụ na-ehihie n'abalị n'ọbụ ihe aka m na-ayọchi ọmụmụ na-adị m mma anyị ma ọnụ nwoke anyị amụọ nwaanyị chi m gegide ntị na ọ na-aba akpa akpa arahụ n'ute akpara akpa achị ebe ya nọ
Ana m akụkọ egwu.
ezigbo nwaanyị na-adị m mma akụ na ụba ji enyere ndụ aka
Ogologo ndụ na-arụsi ike.
ifeọma na anya bụ nwanne
Ịba je nyere ndụ aka.
alezikọba okoro ụwa manida ka esi wee bịa
Ọba.
nne m bụ wezukọba nna m bụ ezukọba agbụrụ m ise a bụ ezukọba anyị adịkwa na ayọ ayọ
Mba.
anyị bụ ndị obodo ji bili
Ọba.
obodo ndị ọzọ na-agba anyị ọkụ na-enye ife ezukọ abụ okoro ọwụ mma na ọ bụ nwa gị bishọpụ ya na-ebe ọdịnala bishọpụ nwa ezukọ ọgbe mmọnwụ na o nwere ife m na-ayọ chi ihe na-eme na-arịọ gị chi m dịkwa m mkpa ka m sụgide ya n'asụsụ obodo m asụla m n'inugo
Asụla m n'Enugu.
ogbenye na ọ jọrọ njọ ọnwụ ike jọrọ njọ amụtaghị nwa jọrọ njọ ọya na ọjọ njọ nwunye n'ahịa aka enwela ife m na-ayọ ọchịchị m Chukwu okike abịa m ụra ịbata n'ala Igbo anyị ndị etere mmanụ ndị nwere ọgbụgba ọdụ bụ Tinecha Okike ọgba aghara dị na be anyị Chukwu na ọ dịkwa gị ọyị o. nwanne mara ọzọ nwanne ya okenye amara ọzọ nwata nwata amara ọzọ okenye anyị adịghị adịzi ogologo ndụ ofe akwa
Ofe akwa.
chim na ọ bụkwa gị ihe ejiji ama anyị o ole na-eme ya bụ m ji ya bịa n'eze Chitoke abịa ebuli ogide gị n'isi m n'isi ụmụ Igbo niile onye jụrụ ya lata ụlọ Igbo adịghị efu na mba enwela ife m na-ayọ ọchị m enwela ife m na-ayọ ọchị m enwela ife m na-ayọ ọchị m ogologo ndụ na-alụsi ike n'ifaje nke ndụ mmadụ ọ bụ ihe aka m na-ayọ ọchị m chi m na-abụkwa m ofu nwa ụmụ ọ ga-ebuzi mmadụ nnukwu ugboro na mbụ
Mba.
gegide na ntị mkpọgụ n'ụtụtụ n'ihi aza mkpọgụ n'ehihie n'ihi aza mama nnukwu anụmadụ osimiri oke mmọnwụ ọnwụ bishọpụ ji eko ma olu na o nwere ife m na-ayọ yi ojete n'ibu mmọnwụ ị nara ife m na-ayọ yi ọba Anide ya bụ na-aja oke mmọnwụ ọ bụ ị nara ife m na-ayọ yi ijele dị n'olu ugwu osimiri mmọnwụ na o nwere ife m na-ayọ yi enwere ife m na-ayọ chi m enwere ife ị na-ayọ chi otigba baba ogologo ndụ na-alụsi ike na ife anyị jedele ndụ aka na ọ bụ ihe aka m na-ayọ chi m ọ gịnị n'ọfịọ
It was last year last year, no, early this year, right? No, last year. So last year December. Ka mmọnwụ obodo anyị ji wee bịakwute m sị bishọp bịala ka nwa m sị alụsemago m ife n'ụwa m bịara. I need to write. I think thank God my wife is good in writing. I need to write a book. You know, the problem that our ancestors did is that they were coding some things, and the mistake they made. I think I need to write something that the next generation will read about our encounter with the invisible beings. So we are going to write it. I think the title will be My Encounter and the Journey. So Bishop said, oh yeah, by studio J. Gorom, and he recommended the producer. And from that December, I was so busy. I pleaded and pleaded. I was supposed to go in January. Then we I continued. Then I traveled down to village. I came back knowing fully well now. It is good about it. We work too much. I made a payment for the production. I sent the guy about 300 to 500,000, about 400,000, right? Yes, even though I send the 300. So I get ready. So it was the last 2 months. I have a studio where I just produce area the. And after the production of the song, don't release it until you came down to my shrine and play it. That's why during the beginning of today's teaching, I told you the count when I'm more is personal. And that is why one of my music capital was Munagadi more fife. Munagadi more fife. One of my son, I just got to Maya one day in a shopping mall. I was in the shopping mall, years on Novo, buy us Hennessy. Joe, my guy, is a difference here. We cross some. Sana, more some got the rare Hennessy. That was around 2022, right? I bought one bottle of Hennessy. That time was about 30-something thousand naira. Here got the cheap. But on the day I brought more from Bukunemu, that the same day, my son no Cambodia brought 2 cartons of Hennessy. I shock. So it's a personal. When I say, why did you buy Hennessy up to 2 cartons? He say, "Now on a revelation, back there we say I'm Hennessy." Apucha. So and these are the songs that we did for the. No, if my song is on every digital platform, I think I am the only Divya with multi-talent. I do business too. I'm into real estate. So if you want to buy land in Asaba, and I'm an Asaba ego. Asaba lage mengo ogbenya. Mboli la ya na draw. Inwe hope. And if you have not bought land for people, no, but that is more than 200 and something plot for people. The more of that is about 20 something. I remember I did calculation last year. It's about 20 something. Ogbenya. Otago Bambo. Obuni bu ogbenye dika mana abụ m ofu nwa bụrụ nwa ogbenye and nne m anwụgo. So anyị soro na ndị anya ite ọnụ. We are building a legacy. Si bụrụ nwa ogbenye enweche ebe ala dịcha cheap ebe a. Ndị obodo a nwere ala. And this place is turning to Lekki and VI in Lagos. Every human being in Nigeria, be in Africa, chori. You but any ban anyway, Bogabijo, Bundi, South Africa, and Arabashuleva, Ghana, Togo, Kenya, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, and Chanine Jureba. So, and that is why 2 rooms and Paleba, and we're rent 2 rooms and Paleba 4 million a year. Say that I am a pechebe. 2022, Kaina Zaleva 15. Today is 35, 40 million. So you just check the distance from 2022 to 2028. 4 years gap. I remember my son, I don't want to mention, he's a popular person, comedian. Don't want to mention his name. I brought him here that time to buy land. I asked him, this is bullshit. I came back last year and asked him how much. Maybe I will buy no development. When I mentioned the price, he traveled to London recently. No West Ego. So you bring one way. What to Mogala? You want to go? Have you ever asked yourself why is it that almost all the big houses, duplexes you see here is owned by farmers in the bush? All those farmers in that boy, man, they know. And all the people living in that house are graduates. Makane gather on Oroyibo, bring your eyes down, mellow your head down. Kakuzere kageshiwe bromad. If only roll or the easy. Ilong wine, mong rezomogo. The easy. I have children not into fish farming. They are millionaires. I have people not into pepper farming. These are where your mind should be going. You should don't compete more. See, if you want spirit to work for you, if you want to men Allah to work for you, you must not be foolish. You must not compete with anybody. Compete with yourself. Bring the better version of yourself out. That is when you begin to understand who you are. Because you are a creator. Ibu God. So, inwere obere ego, ibia, enwetere ego obere ala. Obugodo ụlọ ọtọ tinye na ya plasta ya, it becomes your own. Enwere ike onye ọbụla na-enwe ups and down. Enwere ike in next 5 to 6 years, Allah he goro nwantinte ego, akpọrọ the price tempo. I remember that when they were selling Babangida Road, 800,000, back there around 2020, 2007, 2008. Today, if you allow 500 million ever today. So Asaba is turning to something else. And the people who are in no, Mandi were 10 are busy securing their future. Yes. Somebody instead of to go and buy car again with roll there. That is why you see there's a reason why I don't bless car. If you don't have a house or you don't have a land where you are already started building, if you buy car, no the blesser. And I will tell you why one day. The day you got my freedom, peace of mind, and you begin to go. But the day you wrote a man that is not good for a man to live alone without a woman. You get the point. And when you make a man value, respect, see you are the potential husband. Carry on in with ruler. Umakam nagan and go ruler. I'm comfortable. That thing, maybe the price may be scaring, but not the cheap. Open the choice, you go at 10 million, 9 million. Below. You take 5 million, 6 million. That in less than 2 years, you need to. I tell you. You get the point. So you got bambo. Yeah, bambo. And today they are landlord. Which and I break away over there. We came down and we mellow down. Now, Jummo, how do we do this? I mean, Kogabarai. Yes. So I take a Bogabarai. Yes. And in Batoboda, Imana, this is a female town. Boboda ne Kenya Mwanyala. Mwany were on Boboda. And 90% of their deity be female deity. So if Batoboda, you gotta make sure you have a major wine. You know, Chimwan ye. Ima around your mother. Iman Chimu ye. Iman Pomu Yagago. Imam Meto wine. Imam Merusala. As far as need metum wine, as in mama how to put it, man, the torture no law. As far as you respect women value, allo badaga baraki. You get the point. So we bob in It belongs to Kunyan tomorrow. Or less money trying was so in our look, he'll cover, effect. And opening with tomorrow, plan for it. Why? Omenala without sense. Abro menala. And then nagamarife. So let's go. So this song, after the day it came back again, Naba, then we decided to go to studio and we recorded it. And this song is doing the same thing of the Akeju Emeria. One of the chief priests from Enugu called me and said, when are you going to do song for our own deity, our own community deity? Then this thing is very expensive. But no problem. Don't worry, I carry Chuku. Don't worry, I carry Olisano Mada, but I in Jersey. Don't worry, I carry her. They will do it. Now listen. That boy.
1 na ndị egwu m abịa anyị kelele ndị ite Yesu Buda
If we go on the beat.
So what we are doing, but I had your gospel need to Jesus or mama samasi oka obo oka o me jiri gospel song na go gbawaridi we pata nka okwaturu ko osisi Jesus onye ogbawara ụzọ na ikpa kanka menka. We are using our own gospel, traditional gospel, to wipe that nonsense away.
Odinala Bishop Wenugo is a movement. Ijala na mọnwa zadi agba. Ọ bụ eziokwu na onye nwụrụ anwụ na ọ na-ajụ ụwa ọzọ. Abịa m. Aba! Odinala Bishop Nwezi ka ọba. Aba! Nwayọ nwayọ. Aba! Oti Igba. Anyị bụla egwu wee lawa ala ezikọba. N'obodo eze odo anyị gwa n'ala ụda n'ọkwọ. Anyị kelee mmụọ na-emerụ ụda n'ọkwọ ife. Ogene na fịọ. Odinala Bishop Nwezi ka ọba. Etigo m egwu wee kelee mmadụ wee kelee nnụ mmụọ. Wee sị ka m bụla ekene ka nlaba obodo nna m. Ka kelee m na-emele ụda n'ọgwụ ife. Aba! Naanị ndị Yesu ụda nne m ọma. Agabi ịgala ịga mmọnwụ. Ife melu ja dịbe ebube mmọnwụ. Ogene na fịọ. Oti Igba. Akụkọ ndị ite Yesu Buda ka anyị na-akọ. Mgbe mụ na-eto na nwata, o nwere ife nna na m gwara m. Ikechukwu nwa m mara na onye nwụla nwụ na-abịa ụwa ọzọ. N'ome mmadụ emela ọgbọ ya. Onye ndị Yesu udo ka mmọnwụ. Agaba na-enwe ndidi ma ọ lụọ. Nne mala ka asa bụ nwa. Na mgbe gboo na nwite Yesu Buda dị achọ nwa. Uye adịghị na be anyị ihe niile na-ezuru anya oke. Maka na o nwere ife ụda na-akwọ jide ebube. Asịsị ekwu na na nwa bịara ụwa ga-aka akụkọ ya. N'ele ndị Yesu ụda nne m mma. Agaba emela ụda n'ọkwọ jide ebube na gboo nwa obodo ji bili. Ị na-akpọ faya faya. O nwere ihe ide Yesu bele yi. Ndị suru ide Yesu ọkụ. Kedu ka arụ dị gị taa? Idenye obodo nwa gị. Idenye ọ nara agala gị. Gwa m ife idenye emele yi. N'ele ndị Yesu udo oke mmọnwụ. Odinala Bishop Awuche Nnobi. Asịsị ekwu na onye ṅụrụ mmanya ga-ekwu. Odinala Bishop Nwezi ka ọba mmọnwụ. Na ṅụrụ m mmanya nke mmụọ na-enye idenye Yesu ụda na-enye nwa ya. Chọọchị bịara n'obodo anyị wee jide agaba na-enye nwa. Jide agaba dị n'obodo wee dị n'udo wee gbaa ya ọkụ. Ọnwụ ike batara n'obodo nna m. Ụmụaka na-anwụ ma ndị okenye na nwa ọnwụ. Ịbata n'ugwu Ezugwu iwe agaba obodo Jibili oti igba ayọjọ o were n'ọrụ 2019 ebe nọ n'obi m mụ na onye dịka Chukwu eji agbaze ọnụ n'ebe idenye nsogbu da wewe uche obi m n'obodo Asaba mmọnwụ ọgbọmike Chukwu nwa m si ọ bụ onye na-ekwu ọsị m na onye n'idenye nsogbu da na-ekwu si amama na ana m anụ ọsị m na mmiri na-ama ya ma ahụ nọ na-acha ya ọtụtụ ife ka mụ na ya gbala ọfụma ya bụ ife nwekwe ka ọ dị ọ na-abụ onye mụcha nwa ya chefu ya ife ndị ochie emerụ ife ndị obodo ọzọ emerụ ka a bịara sa mụ na gị isi anyị nwere ife ije eme ọkanga wee tụfuo nwanne amarọzụ nwanne ya onye ukwu amarọzụ onye nta nwanne afa ya devil aba oti igba onye ji ka Chukwu ji agbaze ọnụ na ọ bụ nwa ụmụ nwoke n'obodo Asaba mmọnwụ na lọrọ erikosi wee bịa n'obodo Ọmọmbala ajụrụ m n'ebe idenye nsogbu ụda mmọnwụ gịnị ka anyị ga-emele ekwentị nwayọọ nwayọọ na onye galegele bụ mmọnwụ n'ebe esiri anyị gbara ọsọ laba ụlọ jee rọrọ ya ụlọ na mmiri na mmanya wee sie ya bụ na ọ bụrụ na arụ ọrụ gị ụlọ na ọnwa ike na-egbu na ugwu idenye nsogbu ụda na ọ ya akwụsị ọsị m yes naanị ndị enye nsogbu ụda mmọnwụ nne bụ okenye ya bụ nne m ala ka asa m nwa nne na-enwe ndidi ma ọ lụọ ọgẹrẹ na fịọ nwayọọ nwayọọ na ọrị galagala bụ anyị gbara ọsọ lawa n'obodo ụda n'ọkwọ wee chọwa ego wee rụwa nne niile ya ezigbo ụlọ wee chagalaga efi wee jaa ya mma ije n'obodo ụda n'ọkwọ ọnwụ ike na-akwụsị nwanne na-ajụzi ase nwanne ya ịfụnanya bataga n'obodo anyị nwa ogbenye na-abụzi ọgaranya ifeọma na-abatazi n'obodo anyị ndị ọchịchị na-esizi n'obodo anyị na-apụta anyị na-akọzi dịka nwanne maka na ndị kewa alaba Under fire devil. Odinala bishop nwezi ka ọba mọmụ na ọbụbụ na-ekwu ofu nwanne m ololaba obodo mmụọ aka ji ọfọ n'obodo eze ka ọba Odinala bishop nwezi ka ọba mmọnwụ machi ya na-amaloji odogwu ọ bụ ije m na mmụọ aga m ekwu ole wee yara ole
These are the song. It was, if Omni is didn't follow for a long time. These are the particular date I roll of 2021. Mmiri na Maya accident na-egbu mmadụ anyhow. Since that 2021 till date, accident adịghị emezi ebe ahụ. Ọ bụ anyị na-achọ okwu. We can actually face our place. Ọ bụ na ndị niile nwụrụ na that place na edozighị before, we should be there for their life. And that is why I said, any negative pattern that is reoccurring in your life, on the life of your family, bụ na unu na-achọbeghị, unu ka na-agba, unu na Jizọs ka na-agba sikitu sikiwa, unu achọbeghị problem, unu achọbeghị solve na problem. Because every problem is local and the solution must be local. So stop looking for yourself. Look inside you. Udo dịrị unu. Aja na gọziri m unu. Ụwa mara unu mma. This is where we're going to cut the curtain. We are not what we try to do, not because we have time. Ija ịga na studio na-aga egwu. Anyị ma na as a dibia, all of the busy. Anyị don't busy with work. But onye nye na-enye ego ya. That's why we don't even promote the song. We just I go try and upload online. Check it out. Our song is already in all musical digital platform. We don't promote. Even some, it was around 2018, 2017, 19, 20, 21. I got a radio program. But recently, time I draws it. If I solve people's problem. I have been in problem before. I know what it means. You got a phone na mwa. It's in a radio interview. I got a good nando. Mana nna gwa gị bụ wepụ aka ihe ọbụla bụ ihe ọjọọ. Ekwele ka ime ihe ọ ga-abịa ime at the time you need help. Mmụọ na-amaghị ikpe. Enwe ndị merụgo nsọ ala. If you among them, bido godowa ana. Nna m na-akpọ ikpe arụ. Chọwa iru ọbụ kwudo arụ ọ na-abụ n'okpe. Ọ dịka unu na monetize everything. Enwe ihe bụ na you could summon the mother earth. Si abiko. Chọọ dibịa ga-ewepụta obi mere gị ife. Udo dịrị unu. Aja na gọzie unu. Wepụ aka na ajọ ife. Obi ruo oge ala ka anyị dozie ebe anyị n'ọmata ma n'oge. Wepụ aka na ajọ ọgwụ. Aja na nwere data ihe ọbụla ị mere. And that is why so many people will not cross 38 years. Because check and balance, check ege funa ime nwere ya, alapụ gị. Enwe ndị ọ ga-abịa gbagide afa n'isi ya gbagide. If no answer, mmụọ adịghị ekwu, even ndị ichie ebe nna ya na-ewere ya iwe. That is no longer a life. Ofeke ka ịbụzi. And it's not a good thing to be an ofeke. It's a very expensive, useless business to be an ofeke. You may think in Hebrew ofeke hapụ gị. Then there are some people their soul is trapped for 1,000 years, they cannot return again. But that is not a topic for today. And there's not everything you bring on social media. The world is deep. The world is deep. Even the punishment that I wait ndị a na-emechi emerụ nsọ ala is too much. Udo dịrị unu, ajala mara unu, today mara unu mma, ajala gọzere m unu. Mama nnukwu m na-ejere ozi gọzie unu. Na-anya ebe anụmadụ osimiri gọzie unu. Ugwu ka ọgbọ ote chebere m unu. Nene dị m na-aja chebe unu. Ọra mmụọ niile m na-enye nri na ndị na-enye m chebe unu. Ndị na-eme biznes na ọya gọrọ nọ n'obodo oyibo ị gaghị agba aka wee lata na nwa eze ada eje chegbara aka. Obodo ọbụla ị nọ na-agba mbọ ajala obodo ha chekwube gị ma gọzie na ụfọ ka ị gọrọ. Udo dịrị unu. We end it here.